and welcome back to Roy on Rescue, Rescue fans. I got an email today asking about what do I do if I fell while rollerblading and injured my finger? How do I know if I need to see the emergency room doctor or if it's something that maybe I can just treat at home? It's a very simple question, but it can have a complicated answer. And the situation that we run into with these kinds of injuries is that it's very difficult sometimes to know if it's a sprain or if it's literally a fracture. If it is a sprain or a fracture, is it bad enough that we actually need to go into the emergency room to have it evaluated? It's very, very difficult to sometimes be able to look at the actual injury itself and say, hey, this is important enough, I should probably go in and have an x-ray, pay the extra money, and be seen by a doctor. Versus just put a cold pack on it, put a heat pack on it, take some ibuprofen, and see if it gets better in a few days. My rule of thumb is unless you absolutely know that it's fractured because there's what we call crepitus or a crunching sound in the actual bone, deformity would be another potential complication of a fracture. However, you can dislocate a joint as well, which may or may not be very serious. Obviously, if it's dislocated, you'll want to be able to relocate it. It could reduce the circulation of that appendage. It could also cause nerve damage, and we wouldn't want any of that. But the bigger thing is can you use that limb? Can you use that hand or foot appropriately? And if you can't, whether it's a sprain or a fracture, does that mean it's bad enough that it should be seen and see if there's corrective measures that need to take place in order for us to restore it back to its normal function? So some of the signs and symptoms are as follows. Is it bruising? Is it swollen? Is it deformed? In other words, is it possibly angled at the joint, or is it deformed where the fracture is at the bone area? If you have any kind of deformity or crepitus crunching sound, that's an automatic trip to the hospital or to the med center to be seen by a physician. If not, and you just have bruising and swelling, well, that might be something that you'll want to evaluate over time. Maybe you'll want to take a look at putting some cold packs on it for 15 minutes. Now direct ice on skin, as that can damage skin, cause frostbite, but a cold pack over a washcloth, 15 minutes on, maybe then 15 minutes of a warm pack to help increase circulation and get good nutrients back to the injury site. Make sure to hydrate yourself well by drinking lots of fluids, and then also make sure that you're eating nutritious food, as your body needs that kind of stuff to help repair itself. If within 48 to 72 hours you're not seeing much improvement and you can't use the limb well or as normal, that may be an indicator that it's time to go see your friendly doctor and get it taken care of once and for all. I hope this helps. From Roy on Rescue, keep on rescuing. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.